ICE deportations are increasing across the United States, and these 5 cities are seeing more removals than anywhere else right now. If you live in one of these cities or have family or friends there, this information could directly affect you. Immigration enforcement in the United States doesn't just happen at the border. It happens in major cities, local jails, immigration courts, and even during everyday interactions. While policies and headlines change, real enforcement actions continue quietly and often unevenly across different parts of the country. Welcome back to Discover Top 10 Places, where we go beyond rankings and travel to explain what's actually happening in American cities today. In this video, we're breaking down the top 5 U.S. cities where ICE is deporting the most immigrants right now, based on enforcement patterns, court activity, detention transfers, and population scale. Make sure you watch until the end because the city ranked number 1 is not a border city, and the reason why may surprise you. Number 5, Houston, Texas. It is one of the largest and most diverse cities in the United States, home to millions of residents and one of the fastest growing immigrant populations in the country. Its size, economic importance, and geographic location make Houston a central hub for migration, employment, and transportation. As a result, it also becomes a key city where immigration enforcement activity, including ICE operations, is more visible simply due to scale and population volume. One major reason Houston ranks high in immigration-related activity is Texas's strong cooperation between state, local, and federal authorities. Immigration enforcement in Houston often occurs through jail transfers, traffic-related arrests, and court-related proceedings, rather than large public raids. Because Houston processes a high number of immigration court cases, even routine enforcement actions can result in a significant number of deportation outcomes over time. Houston's economy plays a major role as well. The city is a national leader in energy, construction, logistics, healthcare, and hospitality industries that rely heavily on immigrant labor. This creates both opportunity and risk, as workers with unresolved immigration status may come into contact with enforcement through workplace checks, legal proceedings, or unrelated local offenses. The city's massive infrastructure and workforce diversity mean immigration issues are deeply tied to daily life and the local economy. Despite enforcement activity, Houston remains one of the most important cities for immigrants in America. It offers relatively affordable housing, strong job availability, and established immigrant communities, which continue to attract newcomers from around the world. Understanding Houston's role in immigration enforcement requires recognizing both sides of the picture: a city built by immigrants and a city where enforcement levels remain high because of its size, policies, and national significance. Number 4, Miami, Florida. It has long been one of the most important immigrant gateway cities in the United States, shaped by decades of migration from Latin America, the Caribbean, and beyond. Its geographic location, international airports, major seaports, and strong global ties make Miami a natural destination for newcomers seeking economic opportunity or family reunification. Because of its massive immigrant population and international connectivity, Miami consistently appears in discussions about immigration enforcement activity, including ICE-related deportation cases, largely due to volume rather than sudden policy shift. A significant factor behind Miami's enforcement numbers is Florida's state-level cooperation with federal immigration authorities. Many deportation cases in Miami do not begin with high-profile raids, but instead through routine interactions such as local arrests, traffic-related charges, probation checks, or immigration court proceedings. Individuals with unresolved immigration cases, expired visas, or past removal orders may become part of enforcement statistics years after first arriving, which contributes to Miami's steady and ongoing deportation activity. Miami's economy also plays a central role in shaping immigration patterns and enforcement outcomes. The city depends heavily on tourism, hospitality, construction, transportation, healthcare support, and service industries, sectors that house a large immigrant workforce. While these industries provide opportunity and economic mobility, they can also increase exposure to enforcement through background checks, licensing requirements, or unrelated legal matters. As a result, immigration enforcement in Miami is often connected to everyday economic participation rather than border-related events. Despite enforcement pressures, Miami remains one of the most influential and resilient immigrant cities in the country. It offers strong cultural communities, bilingual services, international business networks, and deep family connections that continue to attract people from around the world. Understanding Miami's role in ICE deportation trends requires looking at the full picture. A city built by immigration, deeply connected to global movement, and affected by enforcement primarily because of its size, location, and long-standing role as America's gateway to the Americas. Number 3, Los Angeles, California. It is home to one of the largest immigrant populations in the United States, making it a central city in any discussion about immigration patterns and enforcement. As a global megacity with millions of residents, Los Angeles has long attracted immigrants from Latin America, Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. Because of this sheer scale, Los Angeles processes an enormous number of immigration-related cases, which naturally places it among the cities most affected by ICE deportation activity, even though it operates under sanctuary-style policies. A key factor shaping immigration enforcement in Los Angeles is the city's population size and court volume, rather than aggressive local policing. California limits cooperation between local law enforcement and federal immigration authorities, but ICE continues to operate through federal immigration courts, prior removal orders, and targeted enforcement action. As a result, deportations often occur after court hearings, check-ins, or long-standing cases, rather than sudden public operations. Los Angeles's economy also plays a significant role in immigration visibility. The city depends heavily on construction, hospitality, entertainment, logistics, manufacturing, and service industries, all of which employ large immigrant workforce. These sectors create opportunity, but they also increase the number of immigration cases moving through legal and administrative systems. With multiple detention facilities and one of the busiest immigration court systems in the country, Los Angeles consistently ranks high in overall deportation numbers. Despite enforcement realities, Los Angeles remains one of the most important immigrant support cities in the United States. It offers strong community organizations, legal aid resources, multilingual services, and cultural networks that help immigrants navigate complex systems. Understanding Los Angeles's place in ICE deportation statistics requires recognizing this balance. A city that actively supports immigrants, yet still experiences high enforcement numbers because of its size, diversity, and role as one of America's largest immigration hubs. Number 2, Phoenix, Arizona. It plays a major role in immigration patterns within the United States, largely due to its geographic location in the Southwest and its proximity to the United States-Mexico border. As one of the fastest-growing large metropolitan areas in the country, Phoenix has attracted immigrants for decades because of its expanding job market, warm climate, and relatively lower cost of living compared to coastal cities. This combination of rapid growth and regional significance places Phoenix at the center of federal immigration enforcement activity, including a high volume of ICE-related deportation cases. One of the primary reasons Phoenix consistently ranks high in deportation statistics is its role as a processing and transfer hub within the United States immigration system. Individuals apprehended near the southern border are often transferred to detention facilities and immigration courts in Arizona. Phoenix handles a large share of detention transfers, court hearings, and removal proceedings, which significantly increases the number of deportation cases associated with the city, even when enforcement actions begin hundreds of miles away. Phoenix's economic structure also contributes to its visibility in immigration enforcement data. The city depends heavily on industries such as construction, warehousing, manufacturing, transportation, agriculture-related logistics, hospitality, and service sectors, many of which rely on immigrant labor. While these industries provide stable employment opportunities, they also increase interaction with administrative systems where unresolved immigration status, expired documentation, or prior removal orders may surface during routine legal or employment-related process. Despite its strong connection to enforcement infrastructure, Phoenix remains an important destination for immigrants seeking opportunity in the United States. The city offers comparatively affordable housing, expanding employment options, and established immigrant communities that provide social and economic support. To fully understand Phoenix's place in ICE deportation trends, it is important to view the city not just as an enforcement hotspot, but as a regional processing center shaped by geography, federal systems, and population growth, rather than solely by local policy decisions. Number 1, New York City, New York. It is the largest immigrant city in the United States, home to millions of foreign-born residents from nearly every country in the world. Its size, economic influence, and long history as a gateway for newcomers make New York a central location for immigration-related activity. Because of this massive scale alone, New York City processes more immigration cases than any other city, which places it at the top of locations associated with ICE-related deportation activity, even though the city maintains strong immigrant protection policy. One of the key reasons New York City appears so frequently in deportation statistics is the sheer volume of immigration court cases handled in the metropolitan area. New York hosts multiple immigration courts, federal offices, and detention transfer points, making it a critical hub for hearings, appeals, and case review. Many deportations originate from long-standing legal cases, missed court dates, or prior removal orders, rather than street-level enforcement, reflecting the administrative nature of enforcement in the city. New York City's role as an economic engine also contributes to its immigration visibility. The city's workforce relies heavily on immigrants in healthcare, construction, transportation, food services, domestic work, retail, and small business ownership. With such a large and active immigrant population participating in the formal economy, interactions with legal, employment, and regulatory systems naturally occur more often, increasing the number of cases moving through federal immigration channels. Despite high enforcement numbers, New York City remains one of the most immigrant-supportive cities in the United States. It offers extensive legal aid programs, community organizations, multilingual services, and strong advocacy networks designed to help immigrants navigate complex legal systems. Understanding New York City's position in ICE deportation trends requires recognizing this balance. A city built by immigrants, actively supporting immigrant communities, yet experiencing high deportation figures primarily because of population size, court volume, and its role as the nation's largest immigration processing center. Conclusion: so those are the top 5 United States cities where ICE is deporting the most immigrants right now. What's important to remember is that immigration enforcement is not evenly distributed across the country. Some cities experience far more activity due to population size, court volume, detention facilities, or state-level cooperation, even when local policies appear protective on the surface. These realities affect families, workplaces, housing markets, and entire communities, which is why understanding where enforcement is happening matters, not just for immigrants, but for anyone living in these cities. Did your city make the list? Were you surprised by who ranked number 1? And should we do a follow-up explaining how ICE enforcement actually works, step by step? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to discover top 10 places, and turn on notifications for more videos covering real-life issues shaping American cities, cost of living, migration trends, and where people are moving or leaving right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.